This is Tech Gears. My name is Levi, and today we're going to be looking at some of the biggest wash pouches or toiletry kits that you can get. Starting with just the basic ones, and those are baggies, but we're going to go all the way through Peak Design, Heim Planet that we have here, and even one from Boundary Supply. So if you're looking to get something to stash all of your toiletries neatly and kind of find out what fits in your bag, hopefully this helps out. Let's jump right in. All right, if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining. We do tech gears. Obviously, we do travel stuff, bags, electronics. And if you want me to review something, one, leave a comment, subscribe, give a thumbs up after the video. And two, just let me know what you're thinking. But starting with the most basic toiletry kit you can have, and that's a baggie. So this is a small baggie, and what inspired this video was my mom. I have some smaller toiletry kits. I love Wanderer kits, and even though they're large, is not huge. I love the gravel kits, and the only one we are not going to talk about today is the Gravel Explorer Max. That is coming out sometime March, April, and I'm actually interested in the Mini, which is coming out in May. So the gravel kits in general, I love for personal use, and I'd love to do a video on them. Their Explorer and Explorer Slim have both been or Explorer Plus have been go-tos of mine that I really enjoy. But having a baggie sometimes works. This is just a regular sandwich baggie size. My mom actually would carry this with 2-gallon size baggies of everything just thrown in there, not organized, not knowing where everything is. And then when you get to your destination, you're just setting up an entire counter, and it's kind of hectic. So in her retirement, she's been traveling a lot, and I definitely wanted to take care of her as best as I can, being into travel and bags myself. So the first thing we looked at was actually, and I'll kind of throw up here, the Boundary Supply Pour Kit. And we'll kind of zoom out here. So this is actually part of a kit that comes with a tech pouch, and both combined, and let's see if I can widen this out here, are about 5 liters. So this is considered 2.5 liters. Ultimately, this is just a big pouch. Has some expanders here that you can put a few things in. Has a zipper compartment in the back and a zipper compartment in the front. Really simple, really straightforward, and ultimately this is more of just a big baggie. I thought this would be enough. She actually still uses this for some things. All right, so this is one that she has in her kit. She also has the tech compartment that she uses for her tech. So it's a Boundary Supply. I actually gave her my Boundary Supply Errant as her personal item, and she loves carrying that backpack, even though I think it's way too small for me. She's a little bit smaller. It's a perfect bag for her, and these integrate well with Boundary Supply. This is their Pour Kit. This is technically waterproof. So again, if you're in a bathroom, you don't want things to get wet, you can keep this zipped up. This does have, what's nice, a little magnetic strip here, or magnetic connection, just like that. So you actually can wrap this on whatever you want, and it keeps it hanging for you so you can have everything kind of ready to go. Obviously, I don't like that this zipper portion is hanging down now, so it's not quite as elegant as it could be, but this is just a simple, really large pouch, and if you're buying this, you're actually getting 2 in 1, so it's not a bad option. The second largest option is probably the most well-known, is the Peak Design. This is their wash pouch, and this thing is so big, they actually just came out with their mini wash pouch, because ultimately, this is just a big pouch. Now let's open it up here and you guys can take a look how it sprawls out. Now I really like how on this side you do have 3 designated components where you can put individual shampoos, conditioner, body wash. On the other side you have just more of a dump pouch. Then you still have 2 more segmented items. And then on top of that you have this magnetic closure right in the middle, meant for essentially your toothbrush, so it stays, if it's wet you can put it in there, keeps it clean from everything else. And then you have a nice zippered component here where I usually keep it unzipped, and it has 2 more pouches right here. So essentially you have kind of 3 pouches on this side and 2 on this side with some space in the middle. This, you can tell, has quite a bit of dimension, and this is not easy to pack. So the reason I didn't like this ultimately is because this works decent enough with the Peak Design travel system, but it does take up a lot of space. This is shorter than one of their units as far as their camera units. This is also quite a bit thicker than even if you're packing out their packing cubes. So this is not a dimension that actually works with their system, ironically enough. You can pack this kind of side by side with their tech kit, which this is the same size. But ultimately, if you have a bag that is big enough, if you're carrying a roller, this is something you can just throw in. And ultimately, we use this a couple times for our family travels, and I was able to carry everything for me, my son, my wife, and my little girl all in one tech pouch. And I know there's a zipper on the side here. I'll show you guys here. That was actually for my razor, which worked out really well. And then you have a little hook here on the back that it hooks on, and wherever you're going, everybody has all their things ready to go. So this actually works. Since then, and this last time we used it was about a year ago, I have switched to having my son have his own wash pouch. I have my own, and then my wife either shares with my daughter, or sometimes I have to bring a slightly bigger one for me and my wife, but it's no longer all 4 of us. Usually we're bringing at least 2 smaller wash pouches that are easier to pack than this. But if you have a lot of stuff and this is something that fits in your bag, this is a great toiletry option. So for my mom, this actually didn't fit her packing style. This wasn't big enough. So we had to go all out. Obviously, I really like the Gravel Explorer system, but the Max is not even coming out. And from the Kickstarter, when the Gravel Explorer Max was launched until now, I think my mom's already been on 3 different trips, and she has another, I think, 5 scheduled for this year. So we went with something that surprised me. And forgive me, literage, this was rated at potentially 2.5 liters, which is half of what we had listed on the 5 liter for the port kit combined. This is also listed at 2.5 liters, although this is way more organized, and I feel like this you can fit more stuff than just dumping it into here. And this is not to mention some of just the larger dump bags you can get, like at Nordstrom's or anywhere you want to buy a toiletry kit that's just an open big pouch where everything goes everywhere. So finally, we have the Heim Planet wash pouch. This thing is actually 2, but you'll see 3 separate sides, and you first have to kind of deploy it. So it has a little hook, a G hook here. Let's take it out. So that opens this up. So now you have a flat side here. And now once this is open, this actually unzips to reveal this massive 3-layer system. And I actually have, this is straight from her packing kit. So I'm unzipping some of these. Let's keep it together as best as we can. So you have a full kit down here. She has stuff in here, and she has stuff in here. And this, I guess you could put a few things, but it does inhibit what you can put there. I think she has a lipstick right here, and she did keep a few odds and ends. So essentially what we end up with is 3 or 4 separate areas with a hook here, and she's able to put this at the hotel, wherever she's staying at, the cruise, the Airbnb, and have everything situated and organized where she has her face kit, her wash kit, whatever she's doing, and it's incredible. It really does make a big difference to have things organized where you can just enjoy your travel. You're not thinking about it. You're not taking up all this counter space. If she stays at a family and friends, she's not taking over the whole bathroom. Like, she has her kit, everything here, 1, 2, 3, all in one giant set. Now, mind you, she's taking that, which is organized, keeps together, and she's still throwing a few odds and ends and things in here. So this is a really large toiletry set, and I'm not sure if this is something that everybody needs, but I did want to just give you guys some options. Like if you do take a lot of stuff with you, okay, find it. You can do more than just a giant dump bag or a baggie. There's some really nice kits out there. I think from going too big to going too small, something like the Peak design, I think is a nice middle ground, but it is definitely large, and I think for one person, this is probably too much. If you're a couple, if you're a family, this thing is awesome. And then if you're on the other end of the spectrum, the Hind Planet is just crazy. And for a wash pouch, for a toiletry kit, this is something that's really cool. Now, this they rate at, what's funny, 1.5 liters, not including the zip out portion, which I'm going to say is double once you unload this, which you saw. So you're looking at closer to 3 liters of carry-on storage and space here. Once you put it all together, it does look like just a generic big wash pouch that you would rip open, because you can get 3, 4, 5 liter wash kits. But the fact that this opens, unloads, and gives you such a nice area, Hind Planet did a great job with their travel kit. You can kind of see here, their bags for traveling look really cool. That's something maybe I want to check out. Right now, we're kind of set on which bags we like to travel. I've set on the packed line, the packed backpack, and the packed carry-on or duffel. Those two combined make a great option for me to carry both, and I'm set for my family carrying stuff, and my son carries his own kit. And those gravel toiletries fit really well with that combo. But with these options, hopefully you guys found something that works. If you have a large toiletry set, all 3 of them are going to work really well. If you have any questions and you wanted me to get into detail with anything further, please let me know. There'll be links in the description. Guys, this is Levi with Tech Gears. I really appreciate you, and I'll come at you later.